Hi, I'm Dr. Jen Landa, the MD Sexpert. I'm an OBGYN, author of The Sex Drive Solution for Women, Chief Medical Officer of Body Logic MD, and creator of the Rewire Your Desire program to help women with low sex drive get passion back in their lives. I'm so appreciative of the questions and comments that you've posted in response to my last video. Thanks for that. I listened to all your questions and they help me understand you. Welcome to video 2 of my 3-part video series designed to help you rekindle your sexual flames and keep them alive forever. In this video, I've got 5 easy and natural practices you can follow to increase your passion, and they've all got to do with your hormones. When I lost my passion at 28, I was frustrated and surprised. I was just finishing up my training as an OBGYN, and I hadn't learned anything about how to address low sex drive in women. My lack of interest in the bedroom led me on a journey. I set about to learn what I could do to bring back my desire. And in the course of restoring my desire, I learned how to help other women restore theirs. The issue of lost passion reaches into so many areas of a woman's life: self-confidence, hormone balance, intimacy, and life satisfaction. If you're like me, you want to deal with this issue, but you don't have a lot of time. Whatever you do has to work. These 5 practices I'm about to give you, if you take them to heart and practice them in your life, you can say goodbye to low sex drive. They'll help you restore your passion. The practices I teach are an entirely new way to think about how you, as a woman, respond through sexual desire. These ideas are so new and so different that I've written a book about it, and I've got a program training doctors in the same practices. When you turn your passion on, you increase the satisfaction in your life. Your outlook changes. You get back your zest, your mojo for life. I've been lucky enough to help lots of women in my practice to improve their sex life and to get their passion back on track. In this video, we're going to talk about hormones. Here's an easy way to remember which hormones affect your sexual health. I like to use the word protect. Protect your sex drive by balancing or boosting these hormones. PR is for progesterone, O for oxytocin, T is for testosterone, E is for estrogen, C is for cortisol, and the extra T at the end is for extra testosterone, the hormone of desire. Hormonal balance is like a happy relationship. When everything is flowing the way that it should, there are no conflicts and no problems. But when your hormones get out of balance, you experience tension. You feel off. You know that PMSy feeling just before your period? What you're feeling is an imbalance of estrogen and progesterone. Hormone balance has everything to do with sexual desire. I'm going to tell you just how to find out if your hormones are out of balance and some natural ways to get them back into balance. When your hormones are in balance, your sexual desire increases. When you're having healthy and regular sex with your partner, it changes everything in your life. Protect helps you remember which hormones govern sexual health. Sexual health happens when these hormones are balanced properly. There are 5 major imbalances that can and frequently do decrease sex drive. We'll go over those in just a minute. The good news is that wherever you are, whatever your hormonal issues are, I can help you find a natural solution. Don't forget to download your hormone guide. Based on your symptoms, you can identify which, if any, hormone imbalances apply to you. Once you know your condition, you can follow the natural practices I give you in this video to bring back your hormones into their natural balance. Remember, getting your hormones back in balance is an essential part of getting your mojo back. The first practice in this video is to raise your level of oxytocin, if your oxytocin levels are low. Download your hormone guide below to read through the symptoms for low oxytocin. Oxytocin is the hormone of love, also known as the cuddle hormone. When oxytocin is released in your body, it helps you open up to your lover. The more oxytocin flows in our bodies, the more we feel loving, bonded, open, and engaged with life. Oxytocin heightens your sexual experience and your orgasms. It even makes it easier to have an orgasm. Oxytocin is a great hormone to have on board, and luckily it's easy to get more. Oxytocin is released in your body in response to love and attachment. So when you and your partner touch, hug, give a massage, or even just lie skin to skin, your body releases oxytocin naturally. Tuning into your senses also increases oxytocin. So try listening to music, smelling a flower, or eating a delicious meal. Other ways to create oxytocin include laughing with friends and daydreaming about your lover. During sex, nipple stimulation helps you really fire up your oxytocin and pushes you to orgasm even faster. Spend 10 seconds kissing with your man. It'll surprise you how much that'll actually fire up your hormones, because so few of us actually spend time making out like teenagers anymore, but you'd be shocked at what it can do for you. The next practice in this video is to raise your level of testosterone, if testosterone levels are low for you. Download the hormone guide below to read through the symptoms for low testosterone. You'll be surprised how many symptoms can be related to low testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone of desire. Testosterone makes it easier to get in the mood for sex. It enhances sexual desire, sexual responsiveness, and sensitivity. It also increases energy, sharpens our memory, stabilizes our moods. Testosterone acts like an emotional shield. When women cry at the drop of a hat, it's usually a low testosterone issue. You can tell because men usually don't cry, right? And they have about 10 times the amount of testosterone that we do. It may surprise you, but women do need testosterone. Like I said, it's about 1/10 the amount that men have. Among my patients, stress is the most common reason that I see for low testosterone levels. What happens is our body makes other hormones, so it's not able to make the testosterone when we're stressed. And there are natural ways that you can boost your testosterone levels. One of my favorites and one of the most effective is building muscle. That's one of the best ways to increase your testosterone naturally. Every time you exercise, you up your level of testosterone. To increase your testosterone, work out, practice yoga, ride your bike, go for a walk, do some strength training, dance, play ball, and whatever else you can do to sweat hard. There's a natural supplement that I recommend to my patients with low testosterone. It's called Tribulus, and I explain more about it in the hormone guide that you can download below. The next practice in this video is to lower your level of cortisol if your levels are high. Cortisol is a part of our fight or flight system. We need it to create adrenaline. Cortisol is just what we want in an emergency situation, but that's the only time we really want high levels of cortisol in our bodies. The rest of the time, cortisol acts like a thief in our bodies, robbing us of testosterone and progesterone, which can decrease our sexual desire and cause fat to build up around our middle. The 4 main ways to lower cortisol naturally are to manage your stress, practice relaxation techniques, keep blood sugar balanced, and get plenty of sleep. High cortisol is caused by high stress. Most of us operate in fight or flight mode all day long. The easiest way to reduce high levels of cortisol is to manage your stress. Take this opportunity to eliminate the people and things in your life that are stressing you out. If you think about this, you know what I mean. Ask yourself how you want your life to be and take the steps you need to get there. If you have financial issues, get into a debt relief program. I always ask my patients at this point to take a look at their lives with an emphasis on which stressors they need to remove. There are natural ways for you to lower your levels of cortisol, and relaxation techniques are a great way to do this. Try deep belly breathing or find a guided meditation. They're free on the internet. Get a massage, practice yoga, also prayer. Make relaxation a regular part of your life. It will save your life. Diet is another easy way to lower your cortisol. When your blood sugar is low, your body creates more cortisol to help your body increase its blood sugar. So small, frequent meals and low sugar intake is actually going to help keep your blood sugar levels more balanced, which will help keep your cortisol levels low. Not getting enough sleep is another reason that your cortisol might go up. So make sure you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. There are natural supplements that I recommend to my patients with high cortisol as well. I explain more about them in the hormone guide that you can download below. Be good to your body. It helps you in times of need when it kicks into gear with that amazing fight or flight system, but too much cortisol with too much frequency will burn you out. So keep your cortisol low by relaxing, eating a healthy diet, managing your stress, and getting enough sleep. These easy practices will make your life better. Your home will become a happier place, and your bedroom will become a more loving, sensuous space. The next practice in this video is to help you raise your level of estrogen if your estrogen levels are low. Estrogen is essential for women. I love this statistic. It controls 400 functions in our bodies, everything from our hearts to our brains, and of course our sexual function. Before menopause, most women have plenty of estrogen. After menopause is when low estrogen can become a problem. When you increase your levels of estrogen, you can increase your sexual desire. Estrogens promote cell growth and cause women to have higher vocal pitch and softer skin compared to men. Although estrogens aren't a direct driver of libido, lack of estrogen can cause vaginal dryness and atrophy, which can make sexual intercourse painful. When in the right balance, estrogens benefit bone health, mood, memory, sexual function, skin, and energy levels. There are natural ways for you to raise your estrogen levels. Soy in moderation is a good way to help raise estrogen levels. There's a lot of confusion about soy, studies that show both positive and negative results. But the studies that show that soy is good for you far outweigh the bad studies. I say use soy, but don't overdo it. Black cohosh is a supplement that can help alleviate hot flashes and other symptoms of estrogen deficiency. I explain more about it in that hormone guide below. While we're on this subject of low estrogen and vaginal dryness and pain with sex, I really want to stop and talk about that for a minute because so many of my patients come into my office and they tell me, you know, I knew during menopause that I was going to deal with hot flashes, maybe trouble sleeping, maybe moodiness, but I had no idea that my vagina was just going to dry up and actually shrink. That's what people tell me. They say they actually feel like their vagina has shrunk, the cells themselves. And that's what really happens. When you lose estrogen stimulation in your vagina, the cells actually shrink and dry up. And that's why your vagina starts to feel much more painful with sex. The good news is that when you do things to help boost your estrogen levels, that this condition can go away very quickly and very easily, and it can make sex so much better. And in one of my future videos, I'm going to share with you a secret ingredient that I love to help with vaginal dryness. The fifth and last practice in this video is to balance your levels of estrogen and progesterone if they're out of balance. Estrogen progesterone imbalance can kill your sex drive. For many women, the issue is too much estrogen and not enough progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone have a very delicate balance in a woman's body, and this imbalance is one of those things that I see all the time that kills women's sex drives. In our environment, we're exposed to a lot of different estrogens. We get it in the air we breathe, in the cosmetics we use, the water we drink. There are all kinds of artificial estrogens out there. Unfortunately, we don't get any progesterone in our environment, so we get out of balance, and our estrogen levels trump our progesterone levels. To make matters worse, when we're stressed out, cortisol robs our body of progesterone, and that can make the imbalance even worse. There are natural ways for you to bring estrogen and progesterone back into balance, and I want to tell you about some of those now. This is something that a lot of people don't know, even gynecologists. B vitamins help us to break down estrogen in an effective, efficient, and safe way. The B vitamins help bring us back into balance because they help our body get rid of some of that excess estrogen that we build up. What else can you do to balance out your levels of estrogen and progesterone? There are foods you can eat, and some of the foods that you can eat to balance you out are cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous veggies are the ones like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and cabbages. They contain a plant chemical called indole-3-carbinol, or I3C. You can also take supplements that contain I3C. Vitex, also sold as chaste treeberry, is another supplement that will help you metabolize excess estrogen. So take your B vitamins, eat your veggies, metabolize your excess estrogens, and your passions will follow. Ladies, I've just shown you 5 easy to implement practices that can rock your sex life. Protect your sex drive by balancing and boosting these hormones: progesterone, oxytocin, testosterone, estrogen, and cortisol. In the next video, I'll share my big needle movers, things that'll really make a difference in your desire. Thanks so much for your comments and questions. Please send me any questions you have about low sex drive and I'll answer them. Don't forget to download your hormone guide. It will help you determine your areas of hormone imbalance and list some natural remedies. Once you get to the bottom of what's out of balance, follow the natural practices I've shared with you in this video to get your hormones back into balance and your passions back on track. If you know other women who struggle with low passion like you do, like I did, please share this video with them. Until then, wishing you the best of great health, great happiness, and of course, great sex. I will see you in video 3.